Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today we have a special show from the ABV Barrel Shop Tasting Bar where we're going to go through our process of rating the regulars. We haven't done this in a while because we decided that we are too busy at the end of the year with holiday shopping and things like that, so we can't really do this. So this is the first list we've done, and this covers November and December. So my name is Steve Akeley. I'm joined by Darren McCroy and Jim Fosnaught. What's up, guys?
How we doing, Steve?
Hey, y'all.
Good. So yeah, it's going to be fun. We haven't done this in a while. People have been asking, when's the new list coming out? When's the new list coming out? So, yes, it's finally time to do that. So, yes, we are finally going to update the list, and it'll be done today. We have 20 nominees. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, Darren said there's something you want to talk about, though. What is that, Darren?
So, went and got some Italian yesterday for dinner.
Okay.
And I would like to know what your guys' preferred noodle shapes are. Are there some that you hate, some that you love?
Okay. I like penne pasta because like the spaghettis or the fettuccinis, they always end up on your shirt or something like that. Like a nice penne pasta, I can manage that. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I just think any thicker pasta because it holds the sauce better. So like I'm not a big fan of like angel hair spaghetti or just regular spaghetti. No. It just doesn't have enough surface area to hold.
Yeah,
it's because it's really just a vessel to bring the sauce to you.
This is true.
So anything that is a thicker noodle or shape stuff like that, I'm good with.
I would agree. I hate spaghetti because you have to sit there and spin it three times, then it gets everywhere. But my go-to is, and you might call a flag on this play, is ravioli and tortellini. When you get the stuff in the middle,
it's not a pasta shape. It's something stuffed, a pasta stuffed with something. You can't just get.
What is the shape of that pasta then?
It's square. You can't a big square of pasta.
Okay, then it's square pasta.
But you can't just buy square pasta.
Yeah. I think you messed up your own question there.
Yes.
Nope, I like ravioli.
Yeah. Well, cannelloni is my favorite shaped pasta. Whatever. Like
right.
Okay.
Lasagna. But it's a lasagna. I'm not using that noodle for something else.
Well, yes, I agree with that. But that okay. With that heart in mind, do you prefer
heart in mind? What the hell does that even mean? No, Jim, with this heart in mind.
This heart? Which are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Noodle as a wide term.
That's what your favorite pasta is.
Favorite pasta then?
Pasta dish.
With this heart in mind.
Okay, with this heart in mind, what's your favorite pasta dish? Interesting. I mean, I do like ravioli. I mean, and famously, the homemade ravioli we make is the best. So I make the best ravioli in the world. But I think ravioli is a solid choice for pasta, for sure.
What about you, Jim?
And I'm kind of all over there, but my go-to is probably more of a fettuccine Alfredo or something like that. I do a lot of spicy like a Cajun fettuccine.
It's good,
Alfredo.
I like fettuccine Alfredo too, certainly.
Especially if you have shrimp or anything like that in it.
Yeah. Good stuff. How about you, Darren? You asked the question.
Well, I prefer spaghetti noodles.
Okay.
But
you have to answer the other question. What sort of pasta? So just it's
muscatoli or penne, like the short tubular.
Yeah, those work. That's easy.
Preferably ridge because you get more sauce.
But yeah, and if you do two of them, just back to Jim's point, if you do a couple of them, you can set it up where it can get more sauce up. You know, if you're just taking one, well, then it's only so much. But if you do it the right way, you can create almost like a scoop. Yeah, for sure.
Because it is all about the sauce when it comes to that.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. Well, on that note, it is time to drink. We elected today to go with Char Number 1 Rye. So that's what we're all drinking. We got that pre-poured and stuff like that. No cork pop, but it was the whiskey of the year for the ABV Barrel Shop. We thought that'd be appropriate as we ring in this new list. So first one of the year. So.
And to clarify, it's Buzzard's Roost.
What did I say?
Just Char Number. You just said Char Number
1. Oh yeah. Well, cheers. Buzzard's Roost. Yes. That is great stuff. Great whiskey for sure. So, yeah. Very good. All right, what we'll do next, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, it is going to be time to rate the regulars. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
This is Lenny Eckstein, and to set the record straight, I am a vegan, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Steve Akeley, Darren McCroy, Jim Fazat. We are rating the regulars. Here are the lists. So we went through and created, as we always do, 20 nominees. So here are the folks that are nominated. Dave Hoganmiller, Evan Nieters, Josh Dale, Kathy Cool, Wayne Van Sluis, Kyle Neely, Tom Crowder, New Guy, Clayton Sabacker, Dave Probst, Randy and Adam Fouth, Caitlin Moody, Bob Miramonte, Tom Shue, Clint and James, Evan Van Scoik, Chris Schott, Michael Folk, Sean Bequette, and the Modicas. That is our 20 that are nominated. We will only pick 10 of those people to make the board.
It's a hard list this month.
It is.
It's so different this month because of the holidays. It changed everybody's kind of habits of when they were visiting. So a lot of people we didn't see nearly as often we would in the past.
Yep.
And so it's typically, I feel like it's a much more clear cut. Here's your top 3 or 4 people. I think this is going to be tougher at the top for sure.
I do think, for me, and maybe this will help you guys out. Maybe you can, as you think through that list, who you think should fall number 1. I think there's 3 really viable candidates. I think Von Nieters, Josh Dale, and Randy and Adam Fouth. I think those are in my mind, the three standouts from the time frame that we're talking. This is the activity of November and December. What are you guys thinking? And then maybe if we have some crossover there, then we have an easy pick for number one.
So Van Nieters was definitely in my top three thinking there. To be kind of a new one is Dave Hogenmiller. He's been in a bunch and been entertaining. And
I had Hogenmiller, Von Nieters, and Josh Dale as good locks for number one.
So I think it's Von Nieters because he's the only one. He's the only one who carried through all three lists, right? So it's got to be Von Nieters. So Von Nieters comes in at number one. He'll be happy about that, I would assume.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't be? So he's number one.
He's been wanting to get high up on the list for a while. One time I know he wanted to beat Kristen, and so we put Kristen right below him, but didn't give him number one. So it's probably well deserved.
So has he been officially number one? I know we had We had kind of a weird thing with the list that we kept posted the months of November and December, but that was because of that situation where we lost a couple of our great longtime customers and friends. So now it's a matter of this is just the list of top qualifiers. So, all right. So Von Nieters ends up at number one. We had several options. Who do we think should be number two then?
I don't know.
Very viable spot. Josh Dale was on two of the lists. I think he was the only person that was on two of our lists that we shared right there.
Yeah, so Dave was on two.
Oh, Dave was on two. Okay, so probably between Dave and Josh then. What do you think?
I'm good with Josh. I think it's a fair number two.
Okay.
All right. Very deserving.
So then I think by default we got to put Dave Hogenmiller at number three.
Yeah.
Yep.
Josh Dale, Dave Hogenmiller.
That's his first time making the list, I believe.
That's not a bad debut to come in at number three. So that's good for him. All right, number four. Who do we think number four should be? I go back. I mean, I had Randy and Adam. I think that they've been certainly in the shop a lot more. And we certainly enjoy when they come in.
I do, definitely.
They seem like they've stepped up their game. Yeah. And they've been coming on strong, as it were.
And if you're making time to get here while you're in law school, that should mean something, too.
You're carving out some time. All right, so they're number four. All right. They'll probably have to have us tape that up so in case Kim Fouth comes in. So,
we'll have it like
Randy's wife, Adam's mother. Yeah, she's famously gets on them about their spending here. So we might have to cover that up. If we see her, we'll have a cover we can quickly put on there. All right, number five. Who do we think?
I think this one has to be between two people.
Okay, all right. Who you got?
I think it needs to be between KK and New Guy.
KK and New Guy. Boy, they're both good. I feel like New Guy might be coming on strong enough. And again, Kathy, longtime customer, she's earned all our recognition and friendship. But New Guy he's certainly been coming on strong enough. I think the effort has been made by him.
He spent 3 hours with me on this Tuesday right before this, and he brought me pizza, and so I don't have a problem with New Guy either.
It's also about bringing this joy. Like, he's always fun to come in. He takes all the ribbing and good spirit. He kind of likes the New Guy name. That's what he put on the damn barrel that we just went on a barrel pick with us. And that's his name on the barrel is New Guy.
New Guy. New Guy. He makes the list. Number 6. Do we think it's KK or do we think someone else could be in there?
Who's left?
Okay, so we have the following people have not made the list yet. KK is on there. Wayne Van Sluis. Of course, you mentioned that he spent a lot of time traveling during the portion that we're reviewing it for, so that might hurt him. Kyle Neely, Tom Crowder. Then you got Clayton and Dave. Then you got Caitlin Moody, Bob Miramonte, Tom Shue, Clint and James, Evan Van Scoik, Chris Schott, Michael Folk, Sean McQuett, and the Monicas. All right. We still have 5 spots left. We're only halfway there, so.
Got a little room.
We got room, so who do we think?
To me, Clayton. I mean, again, talking about making time, he just has a new kid.
Yeah?
He's still coming in.
Okay. Clayton. I can't dispute that.
Yeah.
Clayton. All right.
Seebacher.
Not
Seebacher.
Not Seebacher. Okay.
So I put put number 5 in. He put number 6 in. Your choice for number 7.
Number 7. All right.
Then I'll get 8, and then you guys can fight over 9 and 10 again.
No, that's not how it works.
That's not how it works. Let's see here. Boy, I think there's some really viable candidates. Way more than we've got 4. We only got 4 spots left. I don't want to mess it up. I mean, as I look through these, standouts. Kathy Cool, she's a regular. That'd be an easy one. Do I want to go the easy route? For sure she belongs in here, so that'd be the easy one to put down. Kyle Neely, another kind of easy one.
Yeah,
he certainly belongs. Tom Crowder, he's. Boy, for being a vendor relationship that we have, he spends a lot of time in here. On a personal basis, he stopped in during the holidays, brought people in with him,
which is
always
in
cool.
Our world record attempt.
He sent other people in, like employees that bought a bunch of stuff, including their products. It was kind of cool. He had one guy came in, bought like 6 bottles of Buzzard's Roost. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna say Tom makes the list at number 7. There's a lot of effort there that goes on. So Tom. All right.
Well, I think we can't let her slide any further down the list. I feel like Kathy has to jump in at number 8.
All right.
Brings us a lot of happy. Hell, she was here twice in one day. For a long time each time.
Right.
So.
All right. I'll jump in and I'll come in with number 9. Michael Folk, Caitlin Moody, Dave Probst. This is kind of where I'm out of 3 here. I'm really looking at. I tell you what, Caitlin was getting a hard time. I really want to put her on here because the boys, Clint and James are the guys who discovered this place. It was really James who found us, and then he brought Clint into the mix. And then Caitlin, James's wife, is she's come in more than they have during this time frame, which is interesting. So.
And she's always a hoot when she comes in.
She is. I think, and lives more than 3 hours away. We can't forget that either.
Yeah.
That plays into this. Living more than 3 hours away. I'm going to put her on the list. So Caitlin makes it. That means we've got 1 spot left.
So who is Darren kicking off?
Yes.
Which?
All right, so here's who's left. Darren, you get to choose from these. Wayne Van Sluis, Kyle Neely.
Oh, bye, Kyle.
Dave Probst, Bob Miramonte, Tom Shue, Clinton James, Evan Van Scoik, Chris Schott, Michael Folk, Sean Bequette, and the Modicas. Only one gets to go.
So there's one name there that kind of jumped out at me.
Okay.
He's never been on one of the top 10 lists. He's always mentioned and finishes 11th, as we like to say.
Okay.
And so I'm thinking I'm going to have to give my very special last place vote to David Probst.
David Probst makes it. He is on the list. Probst is the only person that probably will make the list and not be happy because he won't have been.
Be higher up.
So, we got to grab a phone call here, and then we'll wrap up the show. All right. On that note, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Darren, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at The Bourbon Adventures. Also 5 days a week here at the ABV Tasting Bar.
Or the Barrel Shop?
Barrel Shop. No, you'll find me specifically at the Tasting Bar.
Okay.
I'm not anywhere
Within
else in the Barrel Shop.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I've never seen you at the Tasting Bar when I walked in. It's always usually on that chair over there. Yeah. All right.
Or the front window looking out like a cat.
Yeah. Jim, how about you?
You can find me on Facebook at Jim Fosnot, on Instagram at FosJim, or 5 days a week at the ABV Barrel Shop, sitting at the Tasting Bar in Arnold, Missouri.
All right, for me, I'm easy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. Check that one out. Everything that we do is out there. We put all those previous shows. Maybe you want to hear some past Rate the Regulars. It's out there at abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us. As both guys mentioned, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. You never know what's going on. Maybe we're recording podcasts in here. So check us out online. We've got a schedule of classes and events. You can sign up for email and distribution at abvbarrelshop.com. On that note, we'll let you go for today, and we'll see you tomorrow for a brand new show. Until then, take care, everybody. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye, y'all.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing, the ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.